Ready?
Yeah.
That's all they would make us do. Yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes, Lord.
Amen. Amen. You're
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Do you remember that one? Amen. Amen.
Oh
Amen.
my God.
Oh, that one does make me cringe a little.
That is cringe. Amen. Amen.
My face is getting all red.
Why did they make us do that?
Oh, my face is literally getting hot, dude. That's like
It's because we were
That made me
kids,
cringe.
bro.
It's because you're making a mockery of Jesus. It's starting to feel hot, huh?
oh, it's a preview of
Yeah,
hell.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to school. But don't worry, everything is cool. I'm your host, Julyssa, and of course, I am here with the boys, Steve and Brandon. Say what's up, you guys.
What's up?
Steve is back.
What contract dispute?
Woo.
What are you talking
from something.
about?
That's from something.
It is from something.
Oh man.
Come on, bro.
Oh,
Dig deep.
that's 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
22 Jump Street. Yeah.
Wow, look at the big brain on Brandon.
Nerd.
Who did they replace him with?
Fucking Seth
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
What?
people say they actually look alike. I don't see it.
I don't see it at all.
Yeah.
Nerd.
It's actually film, and film is a very respected art form. I'd prefer if you called me an aristocrat or a
The-
connoisseur.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yeah. Have you ever seen
You
it?
never seen that, huh?
Huh.
Is
Citizen Kane?
Is that what it's called? The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari?
Yeah, it is. It is. Citizen Kane, huh? Julie?
Hot take. A lot of the films they show us in film school, fucking boring.
Damn, that is a hot take. I thought they were cool.
Fucking boring.
All future
Oh,
Hollywood
like
executives,
Joan of Arc?
and producers.
You like Joan of Arc a
That's the
lot?
one I didn't like, and it wasn't on some weird shit. That one was fucking boring. I'll admit that one. But that was the only one, and we saw like over 100 movies.
I don't know.
That was the only one I did not like. I thought that one was.
I think
fucking
some of them were
boring.
fucking boring. I get why you gotta see them, but come on now.
So what? But why did you have to watch
For
that?
Joan of Arc, it was the first time they used a
Someone
close up.
cried. Someone cried. No, I thought it was one of the.
It was close up. I think
I
that's
thought
what it was.
Oh,
I gotta fact check.
you gotta type this up.
I gotta type this up. Wait, okay, so for everyone who doesn't know, my computer's dead, but I have my phone right here, and
You
so
just gave up the illusion.
Yeah, don't give up the illusion.
No,
I'll
it-
type it up.
for people who aren't real watchers, who are real watchers though,
Our
don't
real
know.
watchers will know.
Yeah, Joan of Arc cinema significance. I'm typing it up.
And then tap on your laptop really hard.
It is widely regarded as a landmark of cinema, especially for its production, Dreyer's direction, Falconetti's? Falconetti's?
Falconetti's? What'd you say?
I said Falcon Titties, which is often listed as one of the finest in cinema history. But why? It doesn't even say.
I think you guys just watched it just to watch it. It was your professor's favorite movie.
No. What was
It was
It
significant.
was your professor's favorite movie.
I swear it was significant. Dude, it's like from the 50s or
Well,
something.
that's why they show you a lot of them, because usually they're the first to do something. Like Citizen Kane was deep space, a lot of it, right?
Yeah, and then the what's it called? The split focal point,
Yeah.
where people were still in focus, even though they're in the front and the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie. Yeah, listeners, dropping some
Yeah, we-
cinema
We went
knowledge
to film
on you.
school.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, ask me anything, Julie. Ask me anything about movies. Literally anything you could think about right now.
I don't know.
Come on, I gave you like
What's something important about movies?
Something important.
Who used CGI?
The
Who was the
the
first,
first?
film to use CGI?
Oh, that's a good question.
question.
Toy Story is the first movie where the movie is fully CGI.
But is it the first movie?
To use CGI?
To use CGI?
Isn't
Fuck,
it-
that's actually a
isn't it-
really good question, Julie.
Yeah, am I tripping, or isn't it some movie where they
The
use like
Abyss?
skeletons or some shit like that?
No, that was stop motion.
Yeah, you're right.
That,
I see,
is
I
it
see.
The Abyss?
Oh, you're gonna
let me type it up real quick on my computer.
Let me see. First movie to use.
Yeah, you go. This is kind of hard typing this way.
It was Westworld, 1973. Was the first feature film to use computer-generated imagery in live action.
Wow, can you believe that?
Now, are
Really?
you guys gonna watch it? now?
Oh yeah, this is what I'm thinking about. It's that. I thought it was
damn,
like
it looks terrible.
Yeah,
What
it's
makes
a-
sense? Makes sense.
But yeah. Isn't there a Westworld remake?
I think there's a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Westworld?
Yeah, you never heard of it?
No.
What have you heard?
Is that like it reminded me of what's that? The Wayne's World?
Wayne's World?
Come on.
Wayne's World was
There
the first
couldn't
movie.
be, there couldn't be any more
CGI.
apart.
That's
Westworld, it has W's, no?
That'd be funny
Westworld?
though. if
I guess
If
so.
Wayne's World
Wayne's
was the
World?
first movie to use it.
But Julie, what did you wait? First of all, before we go into the actual show, did you guys miss me?
You first, Julian. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Damn.
Patrick didn't talk a lot.
Damn.
Well, oh my god.
Patrick's shy. You got to bring it out of him. Why do you think I always attack him whenever he's on the show?
Now he's shy. Patrick not shy.
It's because you got to bring it out of him. I'm telling you, you got to attack him at least on camera, not off camera. Off camera, he's
gets
cool, just
mad.
chilling. Yeah, you should treat your friends with respect and love.
Yeah, you should.
Julie?
Steven.
Julie, do you treat me with respect and love?
I mean, yeah, you're my brother.
But as a friend,
As a friend, as
'Cause
a
it- 'cause-
homie?
because no, all siblings.
She's your sister first and your friend second, bro. There you go.
But all
No,
but all siblings, your brother will always be your brother. Your sister will always be your sister. But not every brother and sister are friends. That's a decision you make.
Is
So
it?
yeah, it is. No matter what you do, if your sibling does you wrong in life, you can choose to excommunicate for them, never see them again, but they'll always be related to you. So the decision to be your friend is a conscious one. So it's the difference between being a sibling, being a brother, being a good sister, and actually being a friend. No?
You're fucked up. He's talking
Whatever,
about
bro.
He's talking about his feelings.
Kidding.
I'm not talking about my feelings. I'm talking about a concept. The concept of friendship in family.
That's funny. You guys
All
should
right,
go
whatever.
to. You guys should go to.
Whatever then.
You guys should go to family therapy together.
We don't need family
Family
therapy. Julie
Oh.
didn't do anything to me.
Oh,
We already do it.
I don't
Okay.
even believe in therapy.
you guys go to family therapy already?
No, we like talk to each other about things.
We do. Me and Julie have deep talks.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Nah, and also, I'm just kidding about the therapy thing. I do believe in therapy. I don't know if the sarcasm. You know how Trump was like?
I forgot a lot. Oh, that was just sarcastic.
Yeah. Did you hear what he said in debate?
The-
This is the one thing I'll say about. I don't want to
he
go too
said
deep
it
into
was,
it.
wasn't it because the moderator was like, you said that you guys lost by
A
a
hit,
whisker,
yeah.
like you guys barely lost, and he was like, that's not true. You lost
Yeah.
by a mile. And then Trump was like, obviously I was joking, like that was taken out of
That was
context.
the sarcasm, and
That was
then
sarcasm. But then they show the actual clip, and he's like, man, we literally lost by just like a whisker.
yeah,
man."
there was like no sarcasm at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to clear the air right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Julie, this week, what did you bring for the table?
So for today, I brought some facts about humans
Interesting.
and
Oh.
the human body.
Dude, are you a human?
Yeah.
Me too.
Are you sure you're not a lizard?
What?
A lizard.
Oh,
me,
I
me and
saw
Julie.
your-
I
I saw
she
the way
said-
your eyes.
I thought she
moved.
said you're not a loser. I was like,
I said lizard.
I was like, huh?
You're like,
Excuse me?
damn. You're about to
Excuse
attack
me?
her.
A lizard? Have you seen people
Yeah.
can do the like fake lizard blink where they go like, I can't
Like the
do it.
double lid one?
Well, because it's like a trick. You roll your eyes up at like the last second when you're blinking, and then you do it, so it looks like a
What?
yeah. You never seen people do
I'm
that?
gonna learn how to do that. I want to trick people
Wait,
into
you
thinking I'm a
said
lizard.
you roll your eyes and you blink.
You blink, but right before you close your eyelids again, I think you roll your eyes up like so. Like let's say your eyelids are going like this. When you go up, you roll your eyelid. You roll your eyes up with it to look like it's a double blink.
Dude, I want to be friends with a lizard person. Me and Julia are in our schizo arc.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Julie said
Wait.
no.
It's part of it. She doesn't want to like show the public.
Oh, I get you.
But in our own personal time, we go into conspiracies and stuff.
Apparently, that's problematic, bro.
What is?
To say schizo.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why is it problematic?
I think it's ableist.
Is it?
Damn.
But I'm admiring them.
I don't, hey, don't shoot the messenger, man.
I guess so. I guess so. Maybe everything I do is problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean yeah, like I'm agreeing. I'm just being like maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, if you're in the 1950s,
No, yeah,
You
me,
probably thought,
me,
like-
me, Julie, and Patrick made a bunch of edgy jokes, but I had to cut them because they're a little, yeah,
what?
yeah. Nah,
Our
just,
audience can handle it.
I don't know.
I believe in you guys.
Audience is a little.
I
I don't know.
believe in you
I
guys.
don't really know what our audience looks like.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe. Okay, what do you have for the day, Julie?
So I have facts about
The human body.
Did you guys know that being lactose intolerant is a normal gene?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's the people who are lactose tolerant that are the freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like propaganda.
Yeah, let me hear it.
So, lactose intolerance is considered the normal gene, meaning that most mammals, including humans, naturally lose the ability to digest lactose after weaning, and the gene that allows for continued lactose digestion into adulthood is actually a mutation that develops in certain populations over time. Therefore, lactose intolerance is the most common genetic trait globally.
So I'm a mutant. Mutants rise.
are
Are you guys lactose tolerant or
Yeah,
intolerant?
I'd say so. I don't think I've ever had any trouble with drinking any
I think
dairy.
I'm mildly like,
You're mildly lactose
Yeah.
intolerant.
because I feel like when I eat cheese or like milk, I don't like milk that much anymore. I feel like it tastes nasty to me now.
I like milk when it's mixed with stuff like cereal or coffee or like another
Yeah.
or chocolate.
I get you.
But I feel like sometimes if I have like something like cheese, my tummy does feel a little rumbly.
Isn't that normal though?
I don't know.
Like, isn't that just because cheese is so like potent and it's like because it's fermented? Like,
Did you guys know that the United States has a gigantic cheese reserve?
Really?
Yeah.
No.
what does that mean?
It means like we have cheese, like literal cheese, stored in abundance.
Like miles and miles of
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
We have like a paradise of cheese.
Yeah,
Like what,
I think
underground
I think
or what?
it had something to do with like the Great Depression. There was a cheese shortage, so or something like that. And so now we have it in vaults. Like
It sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
here, I'll look up the facts. You guys keep fraternizing.
Okay. I've never had a problem with any dairy products at all. In fact, I would go so far as to say that I think most people are suffering from a placebo
Okay, here
when
we
it
go.
comes to
A visual data. The United States government stores cheese in converted limestone mines known as cheese caves that are hundreds of feet underground. The caves are kept at a constant temperature of 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's some information about the
That's
U.S.
actually
cheese
pretty cold.
stockpile. In July 2022, the stockpile reached a record high of over 1.52 billion pounds. So we have 1.5 billion pounds of cheese in storage underground.
Well, I don't blame them, bro. Cheese is pretty good.
Here you go. I was wrong about it being the Great Depression. The stockpile began in the 1970s when President Jimmy Carter implemented a policy to subsidize the dairy industry in response to a national dairy shortage. So, yeah, if there's ever like a hunger thing, be prepared to eat cheese. I saw some guys say that they could give every American like a pound of cheese for a week, and it would we'd have enough cheese for like 300 years.
I
or some
love
shit
cheese,
like that.
dude.
Really?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. That's crazy, huh?
Interesting.
I love cheese. I'm so down. Have you ever seen that viral video of the guy who tries to buy a wheel of cheese and the guy's like, "I'm not gonna sell it to you," because he's a cheese lover. He's a true cheese fiend. Have you seen it?
Damn.
No.
It's literally this guy in Europe who's like, "Let me buy this one wheel," and he has the money for it, and the guy's like, "No," and it's like it's the principle, the integrity that you're allowed to buy this cheese.
Damn.
That's how deep the cheese fandom goes.
I don't know if this is true. Apparently, we could stack all the cheese and it'd be 20 meters taller than the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Why don't we do it?
I don't know.
Why don't humans do more silly shit, dude? Like, we have the technology to just be silly, you know?
Yeah.
Like what if we built an entire field and just put like fans there, right?
Fans?
Yeah, fans, and
Right.
and maybe it would cool the temperature of that
the
area, and it'd be a kite-free paradise.
A kite free?
A pro kite paradise. No, guys, just me. You don't think humans should be more silly?
You think that's silly?
What?
She's
You think
saying
that's silly?
she's saying you're a fake silly.
Oh, yeah.
She's saying
Not a real silly.
How is that silly though?
Fake goofballs when the real
When the real silly
when the real
Silly
silly gooses
Susans?
when the real silly goose.
gooses show up.
Yeah, you're a fake goofball.
Yeah, that's not silly enough for you.
That it'll just look funny of having like.
A bunch of fans
Fans?
and then a bunch of kites.
But what about?
I think
I mean,
America.
guess.
I think no. I think you got it all wrong.
All right, go ahead, tell me.
It's back. You know how in like the 20s there was always these these old like inventors who riding around in doohickeys. I think we need that again, like inventors
Yeah,
just killing.
Have you seen
Yeah.
electric cars? A lot of the concepts. This isn't even me fucking around. A lot of the concepts are taking inspiration from the 1950s retro inspiration that they brought the Jetsons, like that, like what's it called, like future retroism.
Yeah.
A lot of electric cars are taking that into consideration when they're thinking of how they're gonna model electric cars of the future.
That's cool.
And so I think it's, I want to say it was Hyundai. Hyundai even showed one where they have like an electric car that looks like it's floating.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah.
So you're saying, Julie?
So our next one. Did you guys know that it's normal to breathe primarily through one nostril at a time?
Really?
Mm-hmm. As the body alternates between nostrils in a process called the nasal cycle. The nasal cycle is controlled by the automatic nervous system. So throughout the day, I think they say like every hour it switches. So from one side you're you're breathing, and then from the other one,
Are you trying
and then
to
it
do it right
switches. So the dominant nostril switches throughout the day.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That explains the one you're sick. You know how it's always just one that's stuck.
That's
Like
plugged.
yeah.
That would explain a lot. But then it switches.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just sick
So-
recently too.
So some scientists believe the nasal cycle helps maintain moisture levels in the nostrils and protect against allergies and respiratory infections.
That's cool.
Wow.
And then right-hand people may breathe more through their left nostril.
Really?
No, it makes sense. And I remember in biology, didn't we learn the right side controls like the left side of your body and the left brain controls the right
Is
side?
that true, or is that one of those myths?
I think that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
I was always like let me type my computer in here. Left, what is it? Left brain?
Does your left brain
Controls.
really control the right side of your
Let's see.
body?
The brain is divided into two parts called the hemispheres, the right and the left. The right hemisphere of your brain controls the left side of your body, and the left hemisphere of your brain controls the right side of your body.
Wow.
see? So it would make sense. Makes a lot of sense. Are you trying to?
I'm trying to confuse it.
Confuse it.
Yeah.
Move your right leg and your left arm.
Wow, he's
There
smart.
you go.
What
You're
is it? You
smart.
go like this?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
You can't do that.
I don't think I can do
Like
that.
and
Can you
pat
do it,
your
Drew?
head.
The pat your head.
Wait,
and
what
then-
is it?
Pat-
Rub your.
Pat your head with one hand and then rub your stomach. And then switch them.
I pat my head.
Yeah, pat your head and
No,
rub your
I
stomach.
can't, dude. That's embarrassing. Don't put me in
Hey,
that.
Julie can do it.
Don't show the video. That was embarrassing. I fucked up like
What'd you do?
terribly.
Let me see.
I started fucking rub. I started doing the rub with my head and patting my tummy. I can't do it. I don't know. I overthink it. Or maybe just
How
too
do
much weed. Too much years of
I
smoking weed.
can't do it. I don't know. I can't do it.
What is it? What
It's
are you
when
trying
people
to
do that magic trick where they go like, I don't know.
What?
Where you go like that, but you close your hand or something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
And you switch hands?
Yeah,
or what?
it's something
Oh.
like that. It's an illusion.
It's a magic trick.
Yeah, it's an illusion.
Go ahead, Julie. What else?
All right. So the next one. So have you guys? Has it ever happened to you where when you guys are falling asleep and your body jerks?
I
Have you guys
mean,
ever had that?
I don't know.
Or you like twitch?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had that?
Yeah.
So, it's believed that the reason the body jerks that way is because sometimes when you're like if you're really really tired and you like fall asleep, your body makes you like react that way because it's trying to communicate to your brain that you're not dying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've heard, right? It's something about how you become so relaxed that your brain is scared that you just died.
Yeah.
That's
So
fun.
it makes you like twitch or just so it could be aware that you're still alive.
I hate that.
You see,
shit.
I don't think that's ever happened to me, but I do get the thing where I'm about to fall asleep and then I think I'm falling.
I think that's
There's
what
that.
that is.
There's that too.
I think that's what that
Mm.
is.
Is that?
I think.
Because I think jolting is more like you're moving while you're still asleep, no?
Yeah, so so it's a protective reflex. The brain may interpret complete muscle relaxation as falling, and order the muscles to twitch to prevent it. So it's
okay.
normal for you to like feel that.
Have you guys ever felt pain in your dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's such a myth. You know how in movies and TV they're always like, pinch yourself. I must be
Yeah.
dreaming.
That's why they tell you to.
Kill yourself in the dream.
Yeah.
What if I thought right now was a dream?
Well, that's Inception, right? You're not
dreaming, you're right.
Ma.
You're right.
Wait, they tell you to kill yourself? Why?
They don't. Nobody says that in real life. But you know those movies or media when you're like in a dream and then they're like, oh, pinching myself or saying I'm in a dream, it doesn't work. So the only thing you can do is kill yourself in your dream and then you wake up. But in Inception, they kind of blur the lines because then somebody thinks that they're dreaming when they're not. So then they kill themselves for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah, spooky.
What was I gonna say? I remember one time I don't know who it was, but in my dream somebody was like poking me on like my side.
Yeah.
And they were being rude to me, and then they like poked me, and then I woke up and I still had like the pain on like my back.
I always think that it's maybe because in real life, like whatever we're sleeping on, like let's say like I got like punched in the face, it's really because in real life, like I don't know, I'm like sleeping on like the remote control and it's like hurting my face.
Yeah.
So my brain is telling me in the dream like, yo, it's like when they tell you not to pee in your dream because then you'll pee in real life.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. When I was a kid, I was a big bed wetter, and I would have dreams where I'm like, I'm swimming in the ocean, and then I wake up like, oh, I was just swimming in my pee. Yeah.
There was another time too when I had this dream, and I think I was like fighting with my parents or something, or like I was mad at them, and then I remember in my dream I was crying, and then I woke up still like kind of crying.
That's happened to me a lot, dude. That's happened to me a lot. Have you ever had a dream so sad you wake up crying?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude. Those are the worst.
It was always weird because it was like I was still like you know, if you like when you sob, you're kind of still like breathing like really hard.
Yeah.
That's how I woke up.
You'll go.
I was like, but there was like no tears though. But like I was still making like the noises. Yeah.
I remember one time in my dream I farted and it woke me up. It's like literally like a dog.
It's too loud.
I was like, what was that? Did you guys feel the earthquake today?
No, I didn't. I was asking Julia while you were out.
I did.
I did too.
I was half asleep though.
Where was it? Like where was
it was in Malibu.
Malibu?
Yeah, it was 5.1, I think.
Damn.
It's pretty strong,
earthquake
dude.
Weather.
Pretty strong.
It's earthquake weather.
The big one might be coming, dude. I think that was what was it? I think it's 6 earthquakes in the span of 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was telling Brandon that sometimes in my room, like late at night, it sounds like it's like something shaking. So sometimes I feel like it's an earthquake, but like my room doesn't move. And it happened twice last night. And then do you know what time it happened?
Today?
Yeah.
Like around 7 something.
So I think I like slightly woke up, and then I felt it like actually shaking, but since I was like half asleep, I thought it was the same thing that I was hearing last night.
You. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's probably just that, and then I just like went back to sleep.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird because they've happened so often recently that I kind of just accept that it's an earthquake is happening, and I'm just like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not as scared anymore.
I'm doing research. I'm not texting.
Sure, bro.
I'm looking something.
You need the laptop.
Research on what?
When you're on
My
your phone,
segment, all right?
Damn. Why are you being
offended.
mean? I just wanted to
I'm
know.
being mean.
Yeah.
You guys are so mean. And then the second I'm like,
how
hey,
am I
man,
mean? I'm like the nicest person ever.
gaslighting. Oh, so I just can't do anything right. That's you.
Did
That's
I
you.
say that?
That's you. I didn't even say that. That's not exactly what I said. There you go.
How is defending myself gaslighting?
There you go. He's doing it right now.
Wouldn't you be gaslighting me?
Because I'm telling you how I feel, and you're saying because you intended something different that my feelings don't matter.
I didn't say I intend something
You
different.
don't have to say
I
it.
asked a question.
Well, there you go.
I asked a question.
You're doing it right now.
How am I doing it right now?
I'm telling you how I feel, and you're disregarding how I feel by saying I didn't do that.
I don't believe that that's what I'm doing.
Well, there you go. That's gaslighting, no?
No. Gaslighting isn't real.
Oh, there you go.
Damn, you don't think it's real, bro?
No, I
That's
do.
crazy.
I'm doing a bit. Come
He's-
on.
yeah,
Let me
he's
do
doing
my
a
bit.
He's
He's what?
I don't know.
Anything you believe in, I'll always deny. That's what I am. That's my political spectrum. Anybody who tells me they believe in something, I don't believe in it.
Really?
That's just what my position is.
Wait, say it again.
I said that if anybody comes up to me and tells me what they believe in, I'll always be like, I don't believe in that.
Yeah. Did you see John Cena doesn't believe in manifestation?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Manifestation.
Yeah, he says he thinks.
I don't know if I agree with the take though.
What did he say?
What he was just saying that like the universe. What was it specifically? Let me think about it.
He said that he doesn't believe in that manifestation stuff, and then he said he thinks that life is just a series of events that you have the
Option to react to.
yeah
No, you have the actual decision on how to react to it, right?
yeah.
Specifically.
So what part of that don't you believe?
I guess because I see the universe in existence as like an ocean, and I see our lives as boats, and I feel like I can understand that some people can sit behind and just enjoy the cruise, but I like to believe that I can take the steering wheel and move my ship along the ocean.
Isn't that
So-
what he's saying though?
I don't know, is it because he's saying he's reacting to events? Well, I feel like you can grab events.
But I don't know. I'm confused with what the difference is because he's saying like stuff is happening and he has the choice on how to respond to it. So wouldn't you say that you're saying the same thing? Of like you're in the ocean, so you have the choice to steer where you're going.
I don't know. The way he worded it made me seem as though he doesn't make a decision on what things occur in his life. He just chooses to react to it. And I think for me is I like to cause like the things that are happening in my life.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know if that's the same thing.
So you do believe in manifestation? Kevin?
Yeah, I kind of do. I
I
would say
get you.
yeah. I would say yeah. I think you
Yeah.
can manifest stuff.
Do I believe in manifestation? I feel like I say it all the time. I don't know. I want to, but right now, no. There's my answer. That make me agnostic. Eggnog stick.
What is that?
It means like you don't believe in God, but
you're open to it.
You're open to it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what agnostic
That
means.
makes you.
What do you mean?
That makes you agnostic.
I think so.
Because manifestation is kind of like you're accepting that there's something like more than to
There's
life,
some sort of higher power.
more than objectivity.
Yeah. Right. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
Manifester is gonna do at this. You
don't know.
They're not gonna be mean. Manifestors aren't mean. People who manifest aren't mean.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I
You
think
don't- you don't-
anybody can be.
You
mean.
don't think John Cena manifested his life?
I mean, apparently not. That's what he
That's
said.
what he says. That's what he says.
I mean, that's what he says. He says apparently not.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I think he did it? Maybe, maybe not.
I like to believe that you can control what happens. You have more control than you think. I like to believe so, but that's my belief.
I personally, my interpretation of what he's saying is I think he's kind of saying the Forrest Gump thing of like stuff happens, but you have the free will to react to what happens. Like there's
Yeah,
certain
true.
things about life that are out of your control.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
I don't pick sativa or indica. I pick hybrid. So
Yeah.
maybe the hybrid is the best choice.
What inspired this conversation? What were we talking about originally?
Julie, what was the fact?
I don't know where it came from. But the fact was about what was it? We were talking about dreams.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we started
Makes
talking
sense.
about like, do you cry in your sleep and this, that.
Yeah. It's not getting deep. Julie, you have another fact?
Yeah. Did you guys know that your butt has taste buds?
Does it really?
Mhm.
Like,
But then how come every time I shit, I don't taste the shit?
Well, it more has to do with like the
Mhm.
taste receptors. So it allows you to kind of feel like you know when you eat spicy food,
Yeah.
you can feel it burn.
On your butt?
Yeah. It's kinda like
Is
that.
but it doesn't like, it's not like an
It's
actual
not like
taste?
an actual taste, but it's like it has like
It's like a primitive version.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Gross. Gross. That's kind of gross,
Nasty.
no? You guys don't think so? How you guys, because you know how they make pills that you shove in your butt?
Suppositories.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
And what?
I don't know. I just feel like it relates somehow.
I don't think that you can like taste like umami, you know.
It reminds me of that South Park episode where they shove the
Oh.
turkeys into their butts.
Oh, and they shit out there.
Yeah, their
mouth.
food. Reminds me of that. Is that a real thing?
No, I don't think so. I hope
Probably
not. I hope
I
not.
don't think so.
But that's kind of interesting. The
Yeah.
spicy thing. Spicy thing makes more sense though, cause it's like your organs,
Yeah.
and like it makes sense that like chili and chili seeds would burn them.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. I don't know, Julie. I might have to see more research on this one.
You know, you could feed chickens peppers, like pepper flakes, because they
It
can't
makes
taste
them
spice.
spicy or what?
No, they can't taste spice.
Oh, really?
It's really good for them.
I did not know that.
Wow, Brandon. You
Mhm.
should start your own farm, the TODO CHIDO farm.
Maybe,
We'll have chickens, cows,
maybe
lizards, lizard people.
Okay, next fact.
Lizard.
Julie.
Yeah, let me
What's
hear the next one.
All
Or
right.
test
So humans are bioluminescent
Oh, really?
and glow in the dark.
Really?
Liar.
Humans emit a small amount of light, but it's too weak for the human eye to see.
Do we emit the light, or is it that light just reflects off us?
So this light is produced by chemical reactions in the body that release photons and particles of light.
You see, that is cool.
Photons?
Photons.
Photons? Photons?
Photons.
Photons.
Yeah.
For us, it's photons.
Yeah.
You see, that is cool, and you're just a messenger. So this isn't an attack on you, but I think that's kind of like a hilarious thing to reveal, because it's kind of like, you know, humans kind of float because our atoms are never actually touching the floor.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like, well, I mean, I guess, but
Yeah.
not really. You know.
Well, I mean, what animals can see it? Does it say?
Oh yeah, can animals see us glowing in the dark?
Let me see. Can any animal see
doesn't say.
bioluminescence
Of humans?
on people? No animals are able to see human bioluminescence. So, no animals can.
Well, I mean, that's still cool.
Supposedly, the glow, the glow is 1,000 times weaker than the human eye can see, but it can be detected with sensitive cameras.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Is
We got
that-
one dub.
That's cool.
Technology
One
might in the future. Maybe it'll come in
Yeah.
handy.
We glow in the dark, yo.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We have a small light. See, you have light in yourself.
Did you guys ever see those? Did you guys ever see those lab rats that they made glow?
Yeah, I did.
from eating.
No, I think the scientists just
Gene spliced.
yeah
Really?
they just
I think
What
somebody
were you
told me.
gonna say?
I think somebody told me that there's a. Oh no! I think they turn invisible or something.
invisible rats.
But like,
I know,
but like,
what?
I think somebody was telling me that there's an ingredient, I think, in Doritos that they only fed it to rats, and I don't know if it's
Did they turn
glowed.
transparent?
Yeah, they turn transparent or something like that.
Whoa.
I think that is true. I think I heard, because then
Yeah.
there's a picture of like you can see their guts and shit.
But yeah, it's an ingredient that's in Doritos.
That's crazy.
That's so funny though, that like juxtaposition of like, oh no, I was thinking about invisible rats,
Invisible rats.
not glowing in the dark rats.
Invisible rats. Do you think we could ever make someone invisible?
We can make someone transparent.
I think at this point anything's possible. I don't
Probably
know.
with the suit, yeah.
I think we might be in a simulation.
We're gonna
guys.
have like an invisible cloak.
Well, I think AI is gonna get so good where you probably be able, like, I don't know. Can you drop a formula that makes people invisible and just keep working on it, and then it'll just work on it endlessly?
That'd be cool though.
Would you like? So you would like to be invisible?
I wouldn't be personally invisible, but it's cool that we could do that. You know, it's like people skydive. That's cool. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
skydive though.
Probably hurts.
You know,
To be invisible?
I don't know.
why would it hurt?
You don't think getting injected something that changes
Well, what if
your
it's a
genes will hurt?
suit? Like it's a full body suit.
No, I mean like people like you. Like
I don't think we're gonna be able to make people invisible.
I think we probably could.
There's nothing in nature that's invisible. Just camouflage.
How do you know?
Translucent. Nothing in
Can't
nature
see it.
yet.
Oh, you got me there. You got me there, huh? If how did I not see it? Of course,
Not-
I
'Cause you
can't
can't
see
see
them.
it, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Wow,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you
Mhm.
shared this amazing.
I
fact.
mean, there's animals that are like transparent, no, because they don't see like light or something.
What do you mean?
No, like fishes that are very like transparent. or something
Have
like
you
that.
ever seen a glass frog?
A glass frog?
Look it up. A glass frog. They're clear. You can see their guts and shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, but they're like that. No scientists went.
But maybe they're studying them how to do that.
Oh,
But then you have to figure out how to like do the organs,
what do you mean?
like how to
'Cause you
make
can only
them
do the
invisible.
skin, but
Yeah,
you
'cause
can't
you
do
can
the
only
I guess
do-
it. I
yeah.
guess it's at a DNA level.
You're right. If we have translucent, but you think I feel like it'd be the kind of like that, like
No, yeah, exactly. It'd be predator where you can kind of see them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that guy's invisible over there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you see like the
I think-
waves.
I think
Yeah.
I think you'd have to have an empty stomach though, for it to work. right?
Oh, you'd have to starve yourself or some shit.
You'd probably have to do like a cleanse.
Well, it'd be probably
Cleanse.
so nasty. Like, imagine seeing like a video of someone drinking milk
Or
It's,
like
going
bro,
all over.
Bro, you gotta go to the bathroom. You got one in the tank, dog.
Yeah. Oh, nasty. Yeah, they probably have to starve themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. This would be cool because one day we can say we called it.
The implications of invisible people.
Invisible people. So lizards don't exist.
What do you mean?
But
Lizard
You don't know
invisible-
that.
But lizard people.
You don't know that.
They
Some people
always-
say they could turn invisible.
Here's the thing with like lizard people and all that. Nobody ever has like a straight story. It's never the same story. It's either the lizard people are the elites, the lizard people are aliens, the lizard people are from inner Earth, lizard people are demons.
He loves so much.
it's
He
gotta-
knows so much.
It's got to be one, you know. If you want me to believe, you got to stick to your story, you know.
Sounds like you did deep research and you got
I
annoyed
just see it all
that
the
you
time.
couldn't find the actual narrative.
It's like with flat Earth. It's like, well, actually, the Earth isn't flat. It's never ending, and it's like, come on, bro, stick to one. You know?
I guess I understand that. Yeah. Julie, is that you got any more facts for us?
No, those are it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Nice.
Nice, Julie. Thank you for the facts.
Mm-hmm.
This will
Humans, bro.
change my modern day everyday life.
You
By
learn
language.
something new every day. If
Yeah.
you didn't know any of those.
So, for my topic, I got two cool things. So the first one isn't that cool. Did you guys see Elon Musk is on track to become the first trillionaire?
I did see that.
I did not see that.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? A trillionaire? That's wild to me.
It's a lot of money.
Well, to put into perspective of how much money that is, I converted money into seconds. So 1,000,000 seconds is about 11 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is about 31 years. 1,000,000,000,000 seconds is about 31,000 years.
Damn. Wow, that's a really good way of describing
Yeah.
it.
So that's so much money. I really don't even think he could piss it away. I don't think we can fathom that much money.
He could spend like $1 million a day and probably still have a good amount left by the time he
Yeah.
died.
He really became rich, bro.
He's a
Well-
trillionaire. Or about to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's $1 trillion is so much money that it almost as a human it's hard to conceptualize how much money that actually is. It's how like when numbers get so big that they kind of stop to make sense.
Oh shit! Yeah, exactly. I thought in my memory, I thought it was a little further in the future, like 2040 at least. 2027.
Damn.
Yeah, is when he's supposedly projected.
I mean, makes sense, dude. He owns a lot of shit. SpaceX.
I think that should be illegal. That's too much money. Come on.
Illegal to make that much money.
Yeah.
So he has that in his bank account? He never gets to see it?
I don't know.
How does it work?
I don't know. I see a bunch of people be like, "Well, clearly it's assets and stock. He can't just have."
I
don't
get
know,
you.
know, some
Mm.
bullshit
Yeah.
like that. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I mean,
He's-
well, technically it's not bullshit. That's true.
But
His
like,
assets.
No, but I know. But you get what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like, well, but you know what I mean. Like he's
Yeah.
a trillionaire.
Yeah,
Then they'll
if
be
he
like,
wanted to, he could sell it all and become like a
and they'll be
trillionaire.
like, well, he's not actually a trillionaire. It's not actually his money.
I get you. Like he doesn't have the physical money in his
Yeah,
house.
it's like I know, I fucking know, bro. I know he doesn't have Scrooge McDuck shit, like in his like a vault. But I don't know.
I don't know. I guess what you said about making it illegal. Why?
What do
Why would you want to make it illegal to be?
I
a
feel
trillionaire?
like there shouldn't be somebody who has that much money and power, and I feel like already as a billionaire, the stuff he can do is insane. But as a trillionaire, I mean, I don't know. That's an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
I feel like there's I just don't think people should be allowed to have that much money when people are starving, homeless, can't afford their rent, their medical bills, all those things. I don't know. I don't think that's right.
So then he could help the homeless people?
Probably. I mean, $1 trillion? I don't know. That's an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
Some
he,
could
he could do something.
Are there countries? There's got to be countries that don't even have $1 trillion.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
probably true. Yeah. He could probably buy a country. He could
Yeah.
make his own country. If he doesn't like the fucking United States, he can make his own country.
I wonder, like, how many people in the United States that amounts to.
Oh, I
Like,
get
if you
you,
added
like-
everybody in the United States, if we'd even come close, maybe, but excluding the other billionaires. I mean, just the regular average Joes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get you. Anyone under like what, like making like.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know how much. I guess what the government considers middle class and below.
$1 trillion is insane to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that should be illegal.
How would you make it illegal though?
I don't know. I just think it should be illegal though.
Yeah, I guess I understand that. Like, I understand the moral thing, but I'm like, damn, like, you can't really do anything about that. You know,
What do you mean?
like if somebody makes $1 trillion, how do you implement like legalities and stuff? I guess like taxes, right?
Yeah, I feel like after a certain amount, it should be like, how do they? I've seen some people paint it out where it's like, because well, right now everybody's focused on billionaires because people think billionaires shouldn't be allowed, and I agree. Where it's like after 999 million, everything you make gets taxed at like 99% or something like that. So most of it just goes to taxes. I think. So I don't know if it's like illegal. I just don't think.
Did you see the comment? Because you sent me the thing about Elon becoming a trillionaire. Did you see one of the top comments was the first public trillionaire that we know about?
Yeah, probably.
Do you think that's true? Because I guess every time you mention taxes, all I think about is the meme. I mentioned it last time. Oh my God, the Ukraine and Russia is fighting, another $1 billion to Israel. You know, I always think of that. Like how like governments and people in power just mismanage taxes. And so I always wonder if anybody it like takes a personal stake, because there's so many loopholes, especially if you're rich.
But my problem with that isn't that the like issue is that people have $1 trillion to spend lobbying politicians so that they can do shit like that. I think that's part of why people are so upset with people who have that much money, because then they have that much money to influence policy, spending, what taxes actually go to. Like with Elon Musk, he did that here. The like public transportation, like, you know, he completely derailed that here. Yeah. And he's not even a trillionaire yet. He's a billionaire. I can only imagine. I don't know. He could probably do shit on a country level now, you know?
No, yeah. He's Avengers level threat, bro.
Yeah, that's why I think it's more about getting rid of people with so much localized power, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I guess wrapping my head about like how you would address the problem of a trillionaire is, to me, like it's like a cycle, because you could say like tax them to the utmost degree, but humans are humans, and I wouldn't be surprised if that trillionaire just transfers its money to someone else who then becomes a trillionaire.
Well, I think to me it's just more like, I don't know. I'm not a politician. That's not my job. I just think that it should be talked about and put in place and put in a plan, because there's smart people way smarter than me, who have degrees, who think about this, who want that policy, who I'm sure they can think of every possible way to fix that, you know?
Yeah. Do you think a trillionaire is as accurate to call Elon Musk because of inflation?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think the money he has now is actually equal or less money than other billionaires have had in the past? It's just that everything, because of inflation, he's earned more money, but technically, like, it's not the most any human has ever had in human history.
Isn't Mansa Musa the richest guy ever?
Like in history?
Yeah.
I do not know. I wouldn't be. Is the richest guy ever like a politician, or was a politician,
I think
or a king
somebody
or
in the
something?
past? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Had like just gold.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah, I was right. Emperor Mansa Musa had 400 billion.
I think the biggest issue and the biggest danger is that Elon Musk himself is like a public figure. Yeah. You know, like, so because he's a public figure, he just by nature has like a fandom, and I think cults of personalities are always dangerous, because they could do no wrong in some people's eyes. You know?
I don't know. I feel like Trillionaire sounds like some movie shit. Like I figured eventually, but not like in 3 years. You know?
Where's Elon Musk from?
South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa.
So he wasn't even like.
No, he's not. I don't think he's a citizen. Is he a citizen?
He is now. He's been a U.S. citizen for the past couple of years.
Yeah. But no, he wasn't born here. He's
but he
South
wasn't,
African.
Yeah. He wasn't born here.
I think his dad was like a miner.
He was shockingly an immigrant.
Yeah.
You know, even though he hates immigrants, but he is one.
$1 trillion though, one guy. I mean,
that's crazy.
He did that classic immigrant who earns citizenship and then is like, okay, now that I'm here, fuck all these other guys. Yeah. He did the classic immigrant thing.
That's like Tyrell Corp money, like from the That's like, I don't know.
That niche reference.
I don't know. I feel like once he's a trillionaire, is there anything that can stop him? He's basically
He's still human, bro.
He's basically a god.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
He's what?
No, I'm telling you, I can't say it. We'll literally get in trouble.
Oh.
I guess I'm just like a little mind blown about how rich he is, because I'm just like, he just seems like a bad person. And I'm just like, for somebody like that to have that sort of power is like, I guess, I don't know. It's disappointing, honestly. I think it's very disappointing because I feel like he's very, like, he makes himself seem that he's for humanity, but at the same time, I feel like there's some people he doesn't recognize as, like, humans, or, like, he doesn't do much for the actual community. And then I think it's also just interesting that he's not actually from here, but, like, he benefited so much from here. And, like, he's a fucking billionaire.
What
and all
you know
that.
how they say you can't be an ethical billionaire? What does that make you in a trillionaire? Like, evil? Like, I don't know.
There are no good trillionaires.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just assume that when you start to make that much money, you start to just not really see people as people. It's just another way to make money.
You know how people always demonize Bill Gates and his whole family? Do you know why?
No.
Me neither. Because anytime I ever hear about him, he's always donating to, like, cancer research and stuff.
Let's see.
So I'm like, is he a bad guy? Why? If he's a bad guy, why is he, like, the only rich guy who ever donates to things that actually affect, like, human life in beneficial ways?
The New York Times. I just looked up Bill Gates controversy, and then the New York Times has long before divorce, Bill Gates had a reputation for questionable behavior. And then The Nation, another one, says why Bill Gates' philanthropy is a problem. Bill Gates met with Jeffrey Epstein many times.
Oh, okay.
Despite his past. Yeah.
Yikes.
So
that's all you had to say, bro. You can stop.
And then so there's a lot. So
fucking Epstein, bro.
Oh, here's more about Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein allegedly tried to extort Bill Gates over extramarital affair. Jeffrey Epstein threatened to expose Bill Gates' affair with a Russian bridge player. Apparently, him and Epstein had a lot of interesting.
Never mind, I take it back. Maybe he's not.
Yeah,
he's not a good guy.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah, I think most billionaires can't. It's just really hard to.
That's kind of insane. I had no idea he was so buddies. Notice how they cover it up? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Did they though?
I'm just kidding. Nah, I mean, it's on there. You're reading it.
But
if it was, you wouldn't be able to read it.
I don't know. That's crazy. Trillionaire, man. I don't know. That's scary.
I looked it up because I was like, I don't remember. I think we did talk about it, about Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, are they cool with each other?
I guess now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's a proud advocate of Trump.
And then I was looking this up, and it says Elon Musk, the billionaire, ex-owner, and vocal supporter of former Donald Trump, made a bizarre post taking aim at Taylor Swift. I guess he said he'll give you a child and guard your cats with my life.
Yeah, did you see that? Elon tweeted at Taylor Swift, said that I'll give you a child and guard your cats through your life. He tweeted that like I think that the night after the debate.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, I think it was after she also posted her like support for.
Oh yeah, it was after that. Yeah.
He said
That's
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Well, people say he's basically sexually harassing her.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird that Elon tweeted that anyways. Because it's different if it's like he's like a fucking nobody. It's still wrong. But if he's a fucking nobody, it's like, well, you know, you never see Taylor Swift in your life. But he's fucking Elon Musk. You could easily see Taylor Swift.
I mean, but there goes to show you know, his power. Probably get the best lawyers ever. He owns Twitter, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, like if I tweeted something at Elon Musk, which is like a threat, it'd be, you know, I probably won't. There's a good chance I'll never see him again, you know. But if I tweeted something that was like a threat to like you, it's like, bro, like, you know, we're so close. So I just thought I generally did think that was fucking weird.
I don't know if this
it's
is
some shit in incel tweets.
I don't know if this is weird, but I feel like I put Elon Musk and Donald Trump in the same level of like, I don't like these people. So when I see people with Teslas, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Like I automatically think like, you guys are supporting this guy who is very much like evil to me. Yeah. And at least that's how I see people who have Teslas. Cause I'm like, you guys fell for something like this and you guys like dick ride him so hard.
I don't know.
Cause I think some people genuinely really just love him. Like,
I think
you know, like, cause they think he's like this silly guy.
But I don't know if I would say that owning a Tesla makes you a fan of Elon Musk.
I think it does.
Brandon, what do you think?
I don't think she's saying it makes you a fan, but
she just said I think it does.
Huh? It makes you a fan?
I think it like you're very much supporting this guy.
I think nowadays, like the Cybertruck. I feel like if you have a Cybertruck, I think that's weird. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
think
know.
so? It makes you a fan.
I think I don't know. I mean, it depends because Tesla's been around for a minute. It depends. I'd say it depends on when you got your Tesla. You know,
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
because I feel like before he used to lie and do the propaganda of like, no, I'm for the environment, and he used to be pro LGBT, or at least he used to say he was.
Mm-hmm.
He used to say all the right things, right? So I can see at that point why
You would
I
buy a
would-
Tesla
I don't know if you would if that
or support this guy?
You know, I would see why you wouldn't take a like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
it wouldn't be that big a deal. You'd be like, I mean,
Mhm.
from what I hear, he's cool, so I'll just get a Tesla. But now, I can see why that's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I could see the problematic nature of supporting someone who's like that, but I guess like because he owns a large portion of just products in the United States, and people for the most part aren't educated in what Elon Musk is and what he represents. I draw a little bit of caution as to associate anybody who buys anything that he makes like a fan or supporter of him, just because like I always think that like people sometimes just buy the best option that's just suited for them. You know,
But
I do think that there are probably some people who are fanboys and are like, I'll buy anything he makes, but I don't think that's everyone.
I don't know. I feel like if you can buy a Tesla, I feel like you should know better. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like if you can buy a Tesla how much are Cybertrucks? Like $100,000? I feel like if you can buy that, I don't know. I don't know.
You should know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people do it to show that they're high class. Like,
Yeah.
to be like, oh, I'm this really cool person because I could buy a Tesla from Elon
I see it
Musk.
in the Cybertruck mainly because the Cybertruck has its own life, like that's been memeified and influenced on social media. I see that, but like a Tesla car, I think I find a lot more difficulty seeing that association. Just because I think a Tesla car is actually a really cheap and viable option. Just because like I was looking into cars to buy right earlier this year. I never thought about buying a Tesla, but I did see that was a maybe viable is the wrong word, but like a realistic option for a lot of people who have like a budget. That's why I'm like, I don't know. To me, it's kind of hard because some people generally just like can only afford certain type of cars, and I feel like to associate them with Elon Musk, who is a very controversial, polarizing figure, I find it hard to wrap my mind around that. I think me personally, you know.
I don't know. I feel like aren't Teslas not budget friendly? Because
There's different kinds.
right now the base model is $40,000, and I know that they get into a lot of controversy because they're really cheaply made.
Yeah.
So a lot of them break down or spend a lot of time back at what do you call it? The dealership
factory?
or whatever. Yeah,
Dealership?
whatever to
To
basically get it
repair,
fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically with the Cybertruck a lot. And that one's like $100,000. It's like how I was saying earlier. You know how before Trump was like a politician, he was obviously a controversial figure, but he was I don't know. To me, he kind of felt like just I don't know, fucking some guy, you know.
Yeah.
And you know how everybody would read that book. He was kind of famous for that one book, right?
I know what you're talking about.
The like keys to power, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So for me, I feel like it's like that. Like if somebody bought a book like in the 90s that he wrote, I'd be like, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't really know that guy. He was in Home Alone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like now, like if you were to go and support Trump, I feel like that's a crazy thing to do. That's why I'm like, if you bought a Tesla, like whenever it came out, I guess, you know, he was
Yeah.
I mean, that one guy who was in Iron Man, I guess,
Yeah,
you know, he makes
yeah,
cars.
yeah.
But I feel like now, I feel like buying a Tesla, I feel like you just gotta know, right? I don't know. I find it hard to believe that people just don't know who Elon Musk is. I think he's such a public figure. I find it really hard to believe you don't know who he is. And if you don't know who he is, I feel like you're probably not buying a Tesla. I really don't think you're buying a Tesla if you don't know who that guy is. In fact, I would say the reason most people now buy or ever bought Teslas was because of him.
Yeah.
That's why his marketing was like a thing.
Yeah.
You
You know?
know?
You know what's crazy? Evolving the convo a little bit
Yeah.
more. I thought about this recently too with because I think one of his tweets came up on my timeline, and it was something where he was celebrating like the newest SpaceX launch.
Yeah.
And I remember my brother had told me that it was like over LA. I think it was
Yeah.
when I was camping.
Yeah.
And that like my nephew saw it and
Yeah.
he thought it was a shooting star, whatever. He was really invested in it because he thought it was really cool. And then in the video that Elon Musk shared, he shows like the command center where everybody's like celebrating. And I thought about, do you think those people who work for SpaceX, do you think they're inherently bad people? Like the people who are working to like send ships into space? Because and I swear this isn't like a leading question or anything. I generally want you guys to, I guess, your opinion, because I the Tesla thing I understand more because it's like the average everyday consumer, you know. But like people who went to school for probably like decade, are these people bad for working for SpaceX and working for Elon Musk?
I don't know if I know enough to like
Really give like a
nuanced
cement,
take, a nuanced take. Just based off what I do know, doesn't Tesla get a lot of contracts from NASA? Like NASA funds them.
I think they work in association.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I'm not gonna say a specific brand, but you know how there's a lot of like chains that people protest, rightfully so. But I wouldn't say the people who work there are bad people. You know, people got to make a living. It's extremely difficult to make a living. So I think it's a little nuanced, you know.
Yeah.
But SpaceX now, I don't know if this is correct, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he fire a bunch of people because of something? Like they called him out for a hostile work environment, or that he would make a lot of sexually suggestive comments or stuff like that, and then they ended up getting fired. I think I talked about it on the show that SpaceX tried to like unionize or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I agree to the point of like, I think some people might not be bad that work with him, because I feel like some people generally have a passion to work in that specific like field. And I feel like some of them genuinely just need money. Like you see the economy and how it is. And I feel like some people are very desperate. And I think that's why like a lot of people stay in these types of jobs knowing that their organization is shit. But it's like, it's a big, like, again, Elon Musk is a billionaire. Like, he has a lot of power. So I'm sure that a lot of people don't want to cross him or, like, be bad with him or have a bad relationship, because he could probably just end your career or something. Yeah. And I think a lot of people very much are, like, also have just that passion of, like, working and doing all, like, these space things. And I feel like some people, this is their dream, right? And I think to have that opportunity, a lot of people don't want to pass on it. I mean, some of them maybe, like, I'm sure, I don't know, some of them might
kiss
be.
asses.
Yeah, some people probably like with the Teslas now are like, oh my gosh, Elon, genius, you know. But some people just need to check.
It reminds me of that joke, right? I don't know, I just work here.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, if you were working at Hot Topic and you had an asshole boss, and they were like, how are you working for a guy like this? And it's like, dude, like, I'm just a minimum wage teenage. This is the only one that called me back.
But yeah, I was right. Elon Musk, SpaceX sued over alleged sexual harassment by former employees. Apparently, it's it's not.
I found another one by AP. SpaceX accused of unlawful firing employees who were critical of Elon Musk.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, maybe before it was a different place, but I think he changed because he did the brand switch of like now he's super conservative and he's anti-woke or whatever. So I don't know.
I do think that if you are someone who works for SpaceX and you lost your job or you quit because you didn't like who Elon Musk was, I think all power to you, like all respect. Because I think that's a genuine hard decision. Because I mean, some people can, right? We're kind of like on the lines of like privilege and stuff. Some people just can't. Like it's their dream job to be in anything working in space or aerospace, you know. So I don't blame people who take up those jobs either, and I also don't blame people who are like, I quit, you know. But I'm like, damn, you must have a lot of resources.
I guess that's why I more just try to focus on him or like the people up top, because I think that happens a lot on a much smaller and much more. I don't know if Chipotle's done anything fucking insane, but remember when everybody was mad about the portions, and then people would go harass the employees. I'm like, I mean, they don't make the rules, man. Why don't you go to the guy's house or some shit, you know? Go tell that guy.
I'm saying it's a classic phrase. I don't know. I just work here.
Yeah, but I don't know. Being a trillionaire is insane. But kind of with SpaceX and kind of in the like industry, have you guys heard of this company that wants to sell you sunlight?
No.
Sell
You guys haven't
sunlight?
seen it?
No.
I'm sure, you can fact check me. I tried like hell to see if this was fake because it looks fake.
Mhm.
But there's this company called Reflect Orbital, where they plan on putting satellites in the sky so that they can aim mirrors and sell you like sunlight. Usually at night. The proposal was because they want to make solar panels more efficient so that they can shine stuff even at night. But I think like you or me you can go on their website. It's called Reflect Orbital, and you can reserve a spot, or like you can buy some sun at night. So you just would put in like where you want it, and they would supposedly aim a satellite with a mirror to put sunlight on you.
There's no way
That's funny.
day one launch can be that good. That's
yeah.
like a technology that
Yeah.
sounds sci-fi.
Yeah.
It low-key reminds me of that ad that was like, I'll sell you a space of heaven or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it does
reminds
remind me of
It
that.
reminds me of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all.
You have.
Do you think it could be used for bad?
Oh, for sure.
Like
100%.
like what?
I felt like, to me, it seems like it's insane to sell a natural resource like sun,
Oh, I get you.
you know? And
No, that's true,
and to me it's like, is it ever going to be where I have to pay for sunlight during the day,
bro. You don't have Sunlight
Mhm.
Plus.
or I have to pay for air or some shit like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's crazy. I don't know. I don't think it's
No,
gonna
that's
work.
a good point.
I don't think it's gonna work. I've seen a demonstration and they're kind of like vague about how it works. People are like, "Oh, you guys are just using a drone to shine the light." And they're like, "No, we're gonna have satellites that aim mirrors and stuff like that."
But does that actually work? Will that actually
Guess we'll
work
see.
on like
I
on
don't
your
know.
solar panels? Cause like I don't know. I always thought like science, like there's a specific,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is it, like
Photon?
chemical
Yeah.
or something that
Yeah.
like
According,
reflects that energy.
according to their website, which I looked at, they plan to launch in the fourth quarter of next year. So sometime we'll
Get
find
your
out.
pre-order in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's insane.
That's
I-
dumb. Look, be honest, that's dumb.
Damn.
It is dumb. Yeah, it is.
I feel
pretty
like
dumb.
that's dumb.
Yeah,
It's like bro, I'll say you air.
yeah.
Premium air.
Premium air.
It comes in a can.
I don't know. That's what I think about. Like in 50 years, are they gonna have like shade, like blockers on the sun? And you're like, well, if you want your sun, you're gonna have to pay. You know.
That would be insane. That'd be so dystopian. I don't know, because I guess the reason why I was like, can it be used for bad? Because I'm like, oh, what if one day the Earth is like a nuclear hellhole and you have to pay for sunlight? But I'm like, but if the Earth is a nuclear hellhole, probably nobody has sunlight, even if you
Yeah.
bought it.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Can it be weaponized? Can you solar
Like
death
a laser?
beam?
People say
Yeah.
the government has that. Have you ever heard of that conspiracy theory?
Oh, what?
That the government has lasers from satellites, and that's where all the California fires are from.
Yeah, I
Come
saw
on now.
that. Where
You
it
saw
was
that?
I think there was a town that like burned down, and they were saying that it's because they shot
Yeah.
lasers at them. or
Yeah,
some
some
shit
people
like that.
swear. Some people locals swear
But I
they've
forgot
seen
what
it.
the reasoning
the,
was.
the reason I don't believe that is because there's native California trees where their seeds can only germinate with fire.
Mhm.
That they've evolved to need fire for as part of their process of growth. So I feel like, to me,
I know that.
that's evidence that
Yeah.
fires in California have always been a thing and
Yeah.
are probably necessary. I think that climate change has like upped the frequency to
Yeah, yeah.
happen,
And the intensity.
but I don't think that the
Yeah.
big brother is
I
beaming down. You know?
I remember learning somewhere that it was like there was meant to be fires
Yeah.
because of that.
Mhm.
Like, I remember I learned that somewhere in class. I don't remember what class it was, but
Probably
they were saying that
apes.
it's
Yeah,
part
probably.
it's part of like
yeah.
nature for
Yeah.
that to happen.
Yeah, because I think some seeds only release in like intense heat, right?
It's pine cones, right?
I don't know.
The redwoods need that.
I'm not
Yeah,
a.
I remember we learned that the natives understood that too, that they would start fires and like where they were at to kind of let it restart, and then they would leave and then come back in a few years.
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't take a scientist to figure it out. I mean, I think if you live long enough and like after 4 years, like it's weird, we always get fires around this time, right?
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
The laser thing?
no, credit to the natives.
Oh, I get
'cause
you, yeah,
everybody
credit
likes
to
to
the
be like,
natives.
oh, they didn't know shit. Yeah,
Yeah. They live a lot more shit, dude.
Well, when it comes to the laser, when it comes to conspiracies, I'm always like, okay, therefore what? You know, that's
What do
where
the
they
lasers
always
do?
lose me. Therefore what? Okay, like I'll follow you. There's lasers and they start fires. Therefore, Like
It's to fight when the aliens come.
Oh, it's preparation. They're testing it to see if it does anything.
Yeah.
To start a forest fire.
Yeah. Did that convince you?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Because it's always some ridiculous ass pool where it's like
they kind of get you. You're like, okay,
no, they don't get me. It's just more like they always cut off with this is a conspiracy because they know that the reasoning is ridiculous. It's not, like if you're gonna tell me something ridiculous, you better give me like a convincing reasoning.
Yeah.
Like when people say like false flags, the reasoning is kind of there, Well, the United States likes to go and invade, and it doesn't look good to the public if we just go there for no reason. So we stage a false flag so that the public is behind us and they're not against us using their taxes to go and invade this country over some bullshit, See that? See how that's a good therefore, But when it comes to like death beams starting like fires in California, to fight aliens, come on now.
Yeah. Okay, I made that up though. I didn't.
No, I know, but I
know I get you. But I just think that's
it's
funny.
because they wanted to move people out of that town so they can build something.
But it's always in the middle. It's always in the middle of nowhere.
It's always in the same spots.
Never mind.
It's still populate control. I know the one that I don't that is always the one that frustrates me is the flat Earth one, because the reasoning is that like if the government can convince you something so I don't know, like obvious is something else, then they can convince you of anything.
But and I think that's how you spot some bullshit. Like even if for some reason you believe kind of the flat Earth, usually they're there for is like a religious reason. They're like, they want you to believe that you're insignificant, that you're this speck in this grand universe, but the flat Earth proves that you are special, that God created this, that But then see, when you hear that, I'm like, all right, you don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah. No, I get you. That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
We're conspiracy debunkers.
Yeah.
Any conspiracy you can think about, we can discredit on this pod. We should do a segment like that.
The worst one that I can't stand is that Michelle Obama was secretly transgender.
Because like, what's the point?
Because that for me, I'm literally like, okay, therefore what? Like, let's say she was.
What's so bad?
No, yeah, but even like, what does that mean? Like, how does that end? How does that end the world?
Yeah,
because the U.S. wouldn't be ready.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Or I think it's probably like a religious like dogma of like, because they're clearly transgender people are clearly devil worshippers or something.
Or that dinosaurs weren't real because they're not mentioned in the Bible and they're actually dragons and giants or some shit like that. Giant animals didn't exist. They're actually giant animals. Like, oh, really?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. I don't know.
No, you're valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
No, that's about it.
All right.
Just crazy, crazy billionaires.
All right. Well, to end off the show with my segment, it's important month for us here at TODO CHIDO.
Yeah.
It is Hispanic Heritage Month. Yeah, I was waiting for the applause,
I didn't. I thought you were gonna continue.
I was like, audience, is it just me?
Show it to the audience.
Yeah, happy Hispanic Heritage Month, guys. We're all our Latino origin here, even though I don't like the word Latino, but I'll use it because people use it, But yeah, I want to talk about stereotypes because harmful Latino stereotypes are not only promoted by other people, but by people in our own community. So, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, I wanted to discredit some Latino immigrant myths. So, the first one that we're going to talk about is how people always say that Latinos and immigrants, you don't even have to be Latino. Immigrants in general are apparently large criminals. But did you know that immigrants commit less crime per capita than U.S.-born citizens? That's a fact. You can look it up. First fact. And then the second one, people always say that, we can't have so many immigrants in this country because they don't even pay taxes. That's a myth. Actually, immigrants pay billions in taxes yearly and even help fund the government. That's a fact. You can look it up. I mean, I could say like where I got the resources from, which I will say in a little bit. But it's just funny because I don't want to be like at HTTPS. Yeah. That's how I'll say it after. So people always bring up this myth that apparently illegal immigrants can qualify for benefits. That's not true. A majority of illegal immigrants cannot qualify for federal government benefits. That's just a myth. I don't know where that comes from. I think it's just people just trying to, you know, demonize or separate or like really make this to be this sort of like bad guy. Another myth is that, you know, most people who are illegal immigrants come from crossing the border. That's actually not true. A majority of illegal immigrants in the United States come from overstayed visas. Yeah. Yeah, it's not true. There's that's what I have for right now. And the reason why I bring it up is because it never has there been a more important time to make sure that we clear the air about immigration. You know, like as a first gen myself, you know, my parents were immigrants, and they are in no danger. They are perfectly beautiful people here who are just came for a better life. And I feel like it's important that not only you stay educated, but you educate our community because, you know, now more than ever, are they trying to demonize our people and make us out to be these bad people when we're not that. You know, we bring so much beauty and culture to this country. And so it's important that you advocate for your community. You know, I see so many people who don't do that, who are the first ones to side with people who demonize you, you know, don't even see you as human, see you as something subhuman. So I just wanted to bring it up. You know, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. It's a month to feel empowered. It's a month to feel proud of your culture. And I felt like, you know what, I have a podcast, might as well bring it up here. Because, you know, there's people out there trying to make us feel like we're a burden to this country when we're not. We're a blessing. So just wanted to totally point that out there, you know, snap. I wanted to ask you guys if you guys have any thoughts, you know, about any of these stats that I brought up. Did you guys know any of this?
I didn't know the stats, but I have heard all those things.
The murmurs?
I had heard the stereotype, but I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I had heard the what is it? I think it was JonTron who was having like an argument with Destiny where he was like, illegals are coming in here to get all the benefits. They get free healthcare or some shit like that. Yeah. Or, you know, shit like that. Yeah. Basically designed to make immigrants look like demonized.
Yeah. Well, what I don't understand too is that like a lot of the like, what's the word, rhetoric that you hear in politicians is about how like immigrants are ruining this country. And what I don't get is that when people come from outside of the country into this world, a lot of the things they appreciate is the multiculturalism that was brought here by immigrants. You know, like even in our fashion, a lot of it you could say is from, you know, urban, you know, street level immigrants, you know, this multicultural of Americans and immigrants who are in these small towns and cities and neighborhoods. You know, they came together to create a fashion. And when people come here, they appreciate that. You know, people talk about like, have you ever heard, do you think this is true? Do you think the United States has the best cuisine in the entire world?
Yeah, but I'm probably biased because I live here, right? You know?
What do you think, Julie? What do you think?
I think we do, no?
Because we have the most variety in the entire world.
I think we have very different flavors here.
Yeah, right? Because, I mean, we probably on a weekly basis, we eat so many different types of food from all different cultures. And that's the American way, dude. Yeah. That's the American way. Like, that's what makes it so cool is that you can go on a drive and eat something that's from Asia. You could go on a drive, eat something that's from, you know, Latin America. You go on a drive, eat something that was made in some place you probably have never even heard about. You know, that's what makes it beautiful. And it hits different just because, you know, the debate happened. And, you know, one of the biggest myths was that apparently
immigrants a bunch of dogs.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's not true. Not only is it not true, it's so insulting, bro. Well, go ahead.
I think it's very important because, I mean, I get it. You know, it's so silly, it's laughable for him to say that, but it's crazy too. It's scary, you know, that he's kind of making it comfortable to say that kind of stuff. You know, to be like, oh, they're eating your dogs, they're eating your cats. You know, I think that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like that he's just normalizing all these like, these are already like outlandish, but to like. To go and say that they're eating dogs is insane. It's really dehumanizing.
It's really harmful to people who are immigrants and just everybody in general. Because I feel like, especially if you're a person of color, I think people automatically are like have that thought of like, oh, you're an immigrant, you're not from here, like, because you see it a lot, especially when like in the internet when they're attacking somebody and they're like, oh, go back to your country kind of thing, and it's like they're from here, but it's like, but it's because of like the color of their skin, they're like automatically judged that they're not from here, and I feel like a lot of those statements are just really harmful.
The skin color that's not from here is white.
It's true.
That's true.
That's another myth about if you're an immigrant, specifically an immigrant from Latin America, they tell you to go back to your country. But in reality, your ancestors are from this land, and their ancestors came on a boat from somewhere else.
Yeah,
it's another myth.
California used
discredit that.
California used to be Mexico, so
Mesoamerica, bro.
yeah.
We were here first. If you want to bring up the technicalities,
No, yeah. I mean, that's just, I don't know. The whole dogs thing is just dehumanizing.
yeah,
yeah.
You know? They're coming in. They're eating your pets.
Yeah, but I mean, on a larger scale, just like even that, like the fact that like if you are a European American, if you're someone is a descendant from someone from Europe, and you hate immigrants, when you don't realize you were the first immigrant, you came here from somewhere else to this land where the immigrants that you hate now, their ancestors have been around for generations. Yeah. You know, like it's not me trying to pin some kind of culture war, like make it us versus them. It's more of me just trying to take off the veil of like, no, America's history is immigration. That's what it is. Like that's what makes it great. People talk about making America great again. One of the things that made it great is the fact that we have so many different people from all over the world. You know, like I think that's the beauty of what it's like to live here, is that like you can have a friend group of people whose ancestors came from everywhere, you know, and they come here for one purpose. It's just a better life. That's why my family came here. That's why a lot of people's family come here, you know, and I just don't think you should let anybody just casually insult you and dehumanize our country and dehumanize our community. You know, you shouldn't let that happen. You can't just like be on the wayside and be like, I don't want to get involved with politics. And it's like, but politics want to get involved with you. They affect your life. They affect your family. You know, this isn't, and it's not even me telling you which way to side. Although I do have an opinion, I won't tell you because you should learn that for yourself. I think like choosing to just step out of the game and not pay attention is a privilege, and it's an insult to your immigrant family who did come here, who wish they had the opportunity to actually, you know, have the right to make a decision for where this country goes. You know, like I just can't, when I see people in my community who try to stay out of it, I don't understand why, because it affects you. It's always affected you. COVID, you know, COVID was because of who we put in the office. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna really sway you which way you should go, but I'm gonna sway you that you should at least pay attention, because that's a privilege that your family fought for. You know, that's a privilege that they don't have, but you have. You know, I just, it's a very passionate thing that I've always kind of felt, but I feel it more now than ever because of that famous line of they're eating our dogs and they're eating our cats. You know, it's funny. Most people thought it was funny. I know nobody's taking it that seriously, but there is a large portion of people who do. And if it isn't that phrase, it'll be another one that they come up with, you know? And it only stops when we choose to educate ourselves and educate our other people about the myths that surround our community.
Well, exactly, right? It's scapegoating, no? He's trying to say, like, I'm not the one causing the problems. It's these immigrants over here. They're the problems. They're what makes the United States bad. But that's not true. They're not taking any jobs. There's no jobs because of people like him, you know? Like, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think the biggest one has always been that they're criminals. But I'm always like, at least to me, I've always thought about it. They're leaving a country that's very dangerous to them. So why would they come here to jeopardize, you know, going back to the country that they were trying to leave from? Yeah. You know? I think sometimes that was like a thing where I'm like, do people just not like think as to why they're leaving, you know, the places that they're from?
And I think a lot of people think that, I don't know, there's also that thing of like, I promise you none of those people want to leave, you know, like none of the people who I mean, maybe some, but I wouldn't want to leave. Like if I had to leave here because of some sort of circumstance, I wouldn't want to. Yeah. I grew up here. My family's here, you know?
You had to. My
but
mom didn't want to. She always told
Yeah.
her. My mom didn't want to leave Mexico.
Yeah. Well, because it makes me think, like, if someday here, right, where we were in danger because, again, like, just the way the world is, and I guess we kind of have always been attacked, right? I'm like, if something like that and I had to leave, I'm like, I've grown up here my whole life. So I'm like, to leave and go to another country is like really scary. Of like, I'm going somewhere too where like I feel like I don't know either. And and like here it's just really dangerous. Like I can't live here because, I'll be attacked. And I think that's what a lot of people went through of like, they had no choice but to leave,
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of them very much just wanted something better for themselves. And I think it is crazy to me that people in those same communities who maybe have generations of like living here, but the fact that they're now against their own people who they're immigrants, right? I just think that really mind blows me because I'm like, how can you say that when like
that was you?
That was you. That was your family before. And at some point in their lives, that was them.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you say that about these other people? And I get it. It's because you're privileged now. Like you won't be affected anymore because you're from here. And there's generations of you that won't be affected. But at one point there was that generation that was. There is that generation that could have been affected by the way that you talk now. Yeah. And I think that like mind blows me sometimes because it's like, you're really going against yourself and your family and your generation. Like, it's just your heritage, like you're going against that. And I think it's so sad to see, I guess, that side. Because it's like, I never like really understood it. Like even now when people still talk about like immigration or like just other stereotypes within their own communities, I'm like, how can you guys kind of turn your backs to your own community for something else?
Some people, it's like, well, some people never see their family again, like because they can't. Some people make that hard choice of like, I'm gonna leave behind my parents, my family, my friends, my life, my culture here. They probably never see their family again, their parents. I don't know. Can any of you do that? I couldn't do that. I couldn't leave, just get up and leave to like fucking Canada, and just never see my parents again or my family or my friends. I'd miss the shit out of this place. Yeah. But then for them to come here and then get told that you're just coming here to eat dogs and cats. Yeah. Like you were saying, like I know a lot of people are laughing at it and think that it's funny, and it's ridiculous. That's why it's so laughable. But I mean, I don't know. That sets the stage for a lot of crazy, even worse things to be said. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's saddening because like the people who say that. Like the people who say, oh, these people immigrated here. Everybody did. At one point, in one point of your lineage, you were not from here. Yeah. And you came on whatever mode of transportation you showed up here. There's only one group of people that are from here, who are actually from here. And they also get told that this isn't their land, that this isn't their country. So the whole like, oh, immigrants came and they're stealing all our stuff like you did. You did the exact same thing, man. Like, but they actually did it. The people who came here and did that, they actually did. They actually colonized and took over everything. So I don't know. They're just projecting.
I was gonna say
they're projecting. They're like, what if they do what we did?
What if they start taking over?
Yeah, some truth. Because I think that's why it's also important to acknowledge how traumatizing immigration actually is. Yeah. A lot of people in our communities deny that therapy and trauma is even like a real viable thing, but it is. And when you acknowledge that those issues exist, everybody else does too. And they see that when immigrants come here, they don't come here happily. They come here because they had to. Yeah. And when you acknowledge that traumatic experience, then everybody humanizes immigrations and immigrant more. Like people understand that we're not coming here to steal or change the culture or somehow be a burden to the country. They're coming here to, if anything, benefit and make whatever place they land on a greater source, like to be proud and grateful. I mean, you talk to anybody who's even a Latin, since I only know Latin American immigrants, you talk to anybody who's an immigrant from Latin America, a lot of them are so proud and appreciative of the new life that they have here. You know, it makes me so angry that there's actually such a huge community of people in this country who think that immigrants are these evil creatures or monsters. Like, how? Like, have you ever even spoken to an immigrant? Probably not, because they're mainly in the cities, and the people who are so opposed to them are not surrounded by these group of people.
No, if anything, I would say they probably have spoken to an immigrant. They just wouldn't know because they're not like how they're described. Like, where's your dog? Where's your cat?
That's a good point. Yeah,
you know,
where's your
like,
dog?
Where's your dog? Where's your cat? You know,
Yeah,
it's the same thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's sad because you're right. They do come here, and I think they make the place better. People say, do people actually say they come here and steal the cult and take away the culture or something like that?
People say yeah.
That's insane.
White genocide.
Really?
Have you ever heard? Yeah, people say white genocide is happening. I literally saw a video on TikTok of somebody saying
they say
that if Trump doesn't get elected, it's gonna be white genocide.
Come on now. They say that, and then they appropriate the entire culture here, and like, you know,
they like our food, our languages, our music, our culture, but they don't like us.
Yeah, they like everything about you except you. You know, and they tell you like, get out of here. I don't know. I know it's like, it's funny, but I'm very surprised it's not like I think it's.
It wasn't like he lost support immediately.
Yeah, I think that's a little scary. I think that's really dehumanizing. I think that sets the stage for.
If he gets elected,
if you don't consider that extreme already, to say immigrants are coming and eating your dogs and cats, I can't imagine the next step is much prettier. You know, I only wonder what next they're gonna say, because for the longest it was they're taking all the jobs. You know, that's why there's no jobs. But now they're eating dogs and cats. Yeah, they're coming in to eat your pets. I don't know. That's just so dehumanizing. That's like,
because it makes immigrants seem as though not only
it makes them seem subhuman, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, not only are they subhuman, they're a threat to you and your livelihood. And when people are scared and they see you as a threat, what do you think they're gonna do? Yeah, you know.
And like, again, that's a horrible thing to say, but that's not just Joe Schmo saying that. That's the former president. Yeah. The guy who's running for election, who stands a chance of winning the country, who said that. He believes that, you know. He thinks, maybe he doesn't believe it, but he's saying that it's okay for you to think that, and he's down with you thinking that, you know. That, hey, all these immigrants, bro, better hide your pets. They're going to come in and just eat them. Well, like, I don't, like, that's what, when I heard that, I was like,
that was crazy. I saw it live too.
Because you were telling me, I thought that was like an on stage like ass pull, like he was just freestyling, like just whatever comes to mind. But I don't know. That's insane. Because I promise you, now that he said that, every single annoying ass talking head, the other side of us who have podcasts or debate me, they're gonna be like, well, actually, that's true. Like, you haven't heard about that case of that one guy who
they pull up, who
ate that, but then they neglect the fact that whoever it was like on bath salts or some shit, and it was one case, and
it was like 12 years ago,
and he actually was a citizen, and like you know, and then all of a sudden it's like, see, this is that one case, changed my mind. See, I'm an intellectual, and then
and they're trying to.
I talk really fast, so I'm really smart.
They're trying to trick you. They're trying to censor Trump. That's why you need to support him more.
Because remember they did that with the fucking they stole the election. There's no fucking evidence that happened. There's no evidence that happened. In fact, in the 2016 election, Hillary got 3 million more votes, like in the popular vote. You know, if you want to say anyone stole an election, is that guy during that one, right? But well, I remember when he started saying that they stole the election, everybody and their brother who was a talking head was like, yeah, they did. Look at this one guy, like he registered to vote and he doesn't even have an address, you know, shit like that. So I promise you, as ridiculous as it sounds, it is ridiculous and it's insane. Everybody and their mama's gonna
have an impact.
It's gonna be like, oh, see, they do. And that's why it makes me concerned. It makes me wince because I'm like, what's next? What's the next thing they're gonna say? Because that's, I don't know. To me, that's really extreme. That's really extreme.
That's how you gotta have the facts, guys. Educate yourself and educate others. Make sure people know the truth, which is that immigrants aren't a burden.
Yeah.
All the things, all the regular stereotypes you hear aren't true, and don't push our own stereotypes out there.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, you really want that guy? That guy who said immigrants are eating dogs? You want that guy in control of, like, I don't know, like, he runs everything. You want that guy in charge of, like, schools, like what they teach at schools? No, nobody. Like, I don't know. That's
You're like, just me.
there's no at all concern that this guy is coming up there and pushing conspiracy theories up here, you know? And it's yeah, go ahead.
I think there is very high concern, but I think there's some people who are very privileged who it wouldn't affect, and then there's people who live in this delusional world that they think they're not gonna get affected by what he's saying, because they're like, no, like, I'm cool with his beliefs, like I'm with him and on his side, and I don't think like he's actually gonna do some crazy shit.
Yeah,
I think some people generally are like, just don't feel like they'll be affected by it, but it's gonna be very harmful to a lot of people.
I'm just confused as to what quantify or what counts as crazy shit to you then. You know? Like, I don't know. What is
I get you.
What
Like,
does he have to do?
what does he have to say or do?
Where you're like, all right.
For you to like stop supporting him?
Well, because I'm like, I guess nothing. Like, I guess that guy is Homelander. He could just laser a whole fucking like guy.
You could kill someone,
and you guys would be like, nah, you know what? That guy was probably a pedo or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like the insurrection, that guy, he was on the stage and he was like, I had nothing to do with that. I didn't say anything. I was watching it as it happened. I saw it on Twitter. Well, didn't he say like he was like go march down to what is it, Capitol Hill?
He said like something like fight or something.
Yeah, go fight, and he's like, nah, like that wasn't me. You're not gonna believe them. It's on film, you know. I don't know. I was just like, what does that guy genuinely?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't
But
know.
this is a topic for literally could take up a whole entire podcast.
But I just think that to go in line with what you're saying, that is extreme. That is an extreme thing to say. That's a very, like, I think, extremely concerning thing. And I don't think it's like a hot take or anything. I think you should be, if you're on the fence of voting for Trump, that's wild, you know? Like, so don't, especially if you know people who are immigrants or you have a family, like, that has that background. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. It's like, you're going to let that guy talk to you like that? You know? Like,
it's that simple?
Yeah. You're going to
let him say that about your family, about your mom?
Yeah. And you're going to be like, nah, you know, maybe. Like,
you're going to let him say that to about your mom?
Yeah. I don't know. Or about your heritage.
About your girl?
Yeah. I don't know. Wild shit. But
you're going to let him say that about you?
I feel like there's people who at least know somebody.
Yeah.
Who knows somebody who's, you know, affected by like immigration and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you know someone. Like
we
have to know
all
someone.
Do, yeah.
You know,
there's no way nobody does, and if you do,
especially in this country, like how do you not know?
Yeah, our audience should know, right?
Yeah, everybody listening, everybody. I mean, we did this specifically for the audience. You know, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. Happy Hispanic Marriage Month. We had to clear the air about myths on immigration.
And like he was saying, like, or even, I think you probably do. You just don't know you do.
Yeah.
You know, because like he was saying, he's just using the Hispanic Heritage Month to like. As like a segue, right?
You know, because a lot of us come.
But immigrants look like everybody, all shapes and sizes, you know? There's
Maybe
people
from
who...
Britain, people from
Asia, from Africa, wherever, you know? So, I don't know.
You probably know somebody even if you don't think you do. Yeah, but I hope this is just a little bit of encouraging, lights a little bit of fire in you guys. You know, we're getting closer and closer to that big day in November, so... You guys, I want you guys to get fired up. You know, you guys got to get passionate out there. We all got to get passionate, even us. You know, I gotta do the work, practice what you preach. You know, they say. So, this was a beautiful episode. This is a really good episode. I like the way it started, and I'm liking the way it finished. It feels good to be back. Yeah, gonna give a shout out to our Patreons.
Do you want to do the shout out today, bro?
Really?
Yeah, I'll let you go. Yeah,
but I suck, dude.
Just say the names.
Shout out to Yoel, Jada Chicano, Angeliz Amaron, Eli Quintero, El Verdugo de Pasadena, Sarah without an H, Steven Carvajal, Carla Corazon, and I am Potato Tots.
shout out to you guys.
Shout
And
out
if
to you
anybody
guys.
ever wants
I
to
love you
join
guys.
the Patreon, we got a lot of new content on there. We just posted a new video today.
We need a new paper. Dude.
Well, at the time you're saying this last week. But if you ever want to join and get a hand on the wall, you can see our students of the month right here. I should probably move the stuff so you guys could see.
It's
But
okay.
you guys are right there. So if anybody ever wants to join the Patreon, the link is always in the description. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you to everybody for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.